Some of this stuff are truly complicated because they are written in the fucking snaky lawyer language. We're gonna get right into it. Again, this is an informative video. I'm not telling you what to think, I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not giving you fucking legal advice, right? The first and most mind-blowing fucking subject that we're going to talk about is involving Tencent. It's not going to be about Tencent, it's going to be about this text that we're about to see here, and they basically give themselves the right to do whatever the fuck they want. I will give you a possible fucking pattern here. This is not just like Tencent bad. We're going to get so deep into this eventually. It's going to make sense to you. I want you to pay attention to this initial last update, May 12th, 2023, right? This is coming from the official site of Squad. This is joinsquad.com, game privacy policy, right? And this, on the other hand, on the left side, this is the privacy and policy inside the actual game of Squad. So I want to understand also this one, last updated October 6, 2023. We're going to go down to this part basically, which is profile data. This is basically the part about privacy and information they're harvesting from you, which is personal information when you set up the game and your profile, including your name, display name, country of origin, and your ID. So this is the information they are collecting from you. And it goes on about in-game transactions. So it's like about microtransaction shit. So if you buy microtransaction of whatever the fuck in this game, this is the information they are harvesting from you, basically, which may include your user ID, your country, and user information, cost, currency, product purchases, purchase history, ID address, details of transaction linked to your ID, and device details such as network and network monitoring data. So if you buy microtransactions, let's say you fucking buy a skin in this game, you give them access device details such as network and network monitoring data. How the fuck does this two even connect? You just bought a piece of fucking skin for your fucking rifle in a video game. Why the fuck would they have access to your type of network and the fucking network monitoring data, right? And again, this is not the actual subject, but they are going to link to the bigger problem that we're going to talk about in just about a minute now, right? Crash date hardware information. So basically they're giving themselves here some more rights to this automatically collect about your computer device or hardware when you access or play our game, including information about your web browser, your IP address, internet protocol, your user ID again, device identifiers that identifies your machine, your device, hardware information such as operating system and version, and here again, network information, including strengths and type. So they have even access to the strengths of your Wi-Fi and type. Well, processes, modules, hardware specification, again back to the same fucking point, including driver information, make and model, and they also have access to your cookies that are installed on your device. They have access to every bit and piece of information, all the way to the fucking your network, the strengths of your fucking Wi-Fi or network, like everything, right? So here's what things are getting more interesting, right? Purpose for which we collect and use your personal information. So basically the reason why they collecting your shit, right? They give you some reasons for like, hey, hosting a fucking server or fucking to communicate with you, you know, some fucking random bullshit. And it comes down all to this point. Again, there is more information. I'm just going to leave this up so you just stop the video and see for yourself. I don't want to take so much time reading all this crap. And then they get up to this one. Improving our marketing, which may include providing or transferring your personal information to third-party services. And they give you an example here, which is game site. And this is, by the way, this is an example. This is not just these two, right? This is these two and anything else. Game site and Microsoft PlayFab, right? So what they say basically here is that all those information that they collect from you, they give themselves a right to give your information to any fucking third party, including these two and not limited to, basically. And then you come down here and they talk about stuff. This is what shit hit the fan. The purpose for which they collect our information is to collect debt owed to Upward. Let me read that again. To collect debt owed to Upward. And there's another version of this. Again, every now and then when you refresh this page, let's see if it actually happens. It doesn't happen. Every now and then when you open the site, same fucking thing. When you open the thing, it give you an extra line. So I have a screenshot of that extra line here. So again, this is basically, let me put this side by side so you can see better. Sometimes you get this extra explanation, right? So to collect that to OWI. In this case, it says and. It doesn't have anything extra. But other version, it says to collect that to OWI, it is necessary for our legitimate interests to collect debts which are owed to Upward. It is necessary for our legitimate interests to collect debts which are owed to Upward, right? Again, how we use your personal information and our legal basis for processing. So why they are using our personal information is to collect that owed to Upward industry. It's like, what the fuck does that even supposed to mean? To collect that owed to Upward. Why in the fuck would they collect our information? To collect debts, right? It doesn't fucking make sense. If that is not mind-blowing, add Tencent to this equation, right? For those who don't know, Tencent is a Chinese communist affiliated company that is answering to Chinese government, Chinese Communist Party. So Tencent has bought a whole bunch of shares of OWI back in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a minor shareholder. Minor shareholder goes anywhere from like 1% to 49%. According to Tencent, they can share information in the corporate group of the companies that they own. So they can share information between the companies that they own. Basically, any company that they own or partially own, they can share the information between the companies. And one of the most important thing is that Tencent has to have his data available from all these companies to report directly to the Chinese Communist Party. And with that being in the fucking equation, I remind you to read this one more time. Purpose for which they collect our information is to collect that owned to Upward. And I'm sure some people don't understand what the fuck is going on here, so let me explain here because I made this fucking silly shit up here so you can kind of understand better, right? The reason they collect our information, one of the reasons is to collect that owed to Upward, right? So this is Upward industry. This is a hypothetical situation so you can understand the scope of this fuckery. OWI sends your player data to Tencent. Now Tencent owes OWI, right? Imagine this as a package, right? Imagine this is as a fucking like $10, right? OWI gives $10 to Tencent. Tencent owes $10 to OWI. Tencent is in debt to OWI, right? Rewind it here to collect debt owed to Upward. And now here, the OWI can collect debt owed to Upward. So hypothetically, if OWI gives your data to Tencent, Tencent has to pay them back. You see, this is the fucking snaky lawyer fucking language that is fucking insane, right? They made it like to collect that owed to Upward. Like, what the fuck does that even supposed to mean, right? To me, again, to me alone, this is what it means. The OWI gives them your fucking data, they have to give them something back. It could be money, it could be fucking whatever the fuck, right? So let that sink in for a second because the shit is about to fucking get more interesting here. In this version, which is literally the official site, like I'm literally refreshing the site so you can see it for yourself, right? This is the site itself. This part does not exist, believe it or not, in this current version. So we scroll down, purpose for which we collect and use personal information. We come down to here. It is 1, 2, 3. That's the third paragraph from the next, right? It has to be here, but it's not. Between this and this has to be this option. It doesn't exist here anymore. And this is the latest version. And I want you to understand the significance of the time up here. We were forced to accept that our data possibly being sent to any motherfucker, anywhere, to anybody, any third parties. Again, that's why I actually emphasize on this one, which may include providing and transferring your personal information, third-party services. They give themselves the right to collect information, they give themselves the right to transfer your information, and they give you some fucking random bullshit example here that is like, you know, this service or that service. And of course, they're not going to tell you there is a chance you may fucking send your information to fucking Tencent or fucking anybody at that point. So if you played the game or if you bought the game for the first time after October 6, 2023, This option doesn't exist. For better or for worse, nobody even quite understand what the fuck is even that supposed to mean. But again, as I explained, there's a chance for this to may have happened. And for those who don't understand, Tencent got on the board of OWI in somewhere in 2022, and it's well within whole bunch of fucking months after Tencent bought a whole bunch of shares of OWI, and this fucking option was active, and you have accepted it, and you have given your rights to this shady fucking company. You literally not only bought the game, not only gave them the fucking money, you gave them your information. It's like if somebody's stealing something from you, and then you give them some fucking extra money. It's crazy. Again, allegedly, based on the information. If you're collecting debts, why the fuck is it under the fucking purpose for which we collect and use your personal information? I mean, I think I made my fucking point clear up here. So why this is extremely important. If you are an actual fucking NATO ex or active duty, you should know the security better than anybody else. I'm not going to sit here and give you a fucking pet talk. Like, if I was going to play this fucking game, if I knew all this information initially, I would make a fucking fresh fucking email, fresh fucking Steam account, just buy the fucking gift cards, don't fucking use your credit card, just mask your fucking internet, mask your fucking IPs. Just try to leave as less blueprints of your fucking existence on, just to give them the information necessary for you to be located, right? Do what you want with this information. They are extremely important. They are extremely concerning.